Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and solve problem 31. So here we have given the following function. Select the statement that correctly describes the roots of g of x and the end behavior of the graph of g of x at those roots. Okay, so we need to go ahead and describe the roots. Now, just a heads up here, guys, that roots literally is the same thing as x-intercepts, right? So what they want us to do is they want us to be able to look at the x-intercepts and then see what's going on. Now, obviously, in order for me to be able to do that, I need to be able to see what the graph looks like. So we're going to go ahead and get our equation or the function that we were given, and we're going to go ahead and graph it in our calculator. Now, I went ahead and I already did that, and I used Desmo so that way you guys can visually see what's happening. But if you notice right here in the bottom, I went ahead and provided the graph. Right? Now, if I look at this graph, I notice that I have two x-intercepts, or aka two roots, right? I notice that my first root is going to be at -4, and my other root is going to be at 1. So if I look at my answer choices, I notice that I have the first root of 1 and the other root of -4. Okay, now if I look at my answer choices, I also notice that there's other words that pop out that are different from each answer choice, and that's the words crossing and bouncing. So I need to be able to know what's happening at these roots if they're either crossing or bouncing. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the 1, the x equals to 1. So I'm going to go ahead and look at x equals to 1. And I'm going to look to see what's happening with my graph. And I notice that it is crossing the x-axis. So therefore, at this 1, I want it to cross. So anything that says bounces is automatically going to be out, and it's not going to count as an answer that I'm looking for. So I'm going to cross off this, and I'm going to cross off D, C, and D, because they both say bounce. And at 1, it does not bounce. It crosses through the x-axis. So C and D are out. Okay? A and B are the only ones that say cross. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at the -4 x-intercept and see what's happening there. Now here at the -4, I notice that it is not crossing my x-axis. And so therefore, I'm going to go ahead and say that at -4, it is bouncing. Okay? And so therefore, I am looking for something that bounces and does not cross. And so therefore, my answer for this one is going to be A. Okay?